Bada bing, bada boom.
Time for a shelfie. You know what, Whit?
What?
We've got some pretty darn lucky kids.
I would have to agree with you. Always building them stuff.
They want something, we build it.
Just like the bed, we already showed you guys Brooks's platform bed. We had so many questions about his nightstands. So today, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you how we build Brooks's DIY bookshelf nightstands.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Here is all you need to build this nightstand. A 2x4 sheet of 1/4-inch plywood, a 20-inch project panel, a 12-inch project panel, 3 1x6x6 boards, 3 1x2x8 boards, 2 1x2x6 boards.
You'll also need a set of hardware and a pole, and for tools, you're gonna need a drill, a KREG jig, a miter saw, and a brad nailer.
Say that 4 times fast.
A KREG jig, a drill, a miter saw, and a nailer.
That was only one time.
Oh, well done. You win.
Okay, so the first step to build these nightstands is building our frames for the base. We're building 2 frames on each side and 1 for the front. These are 1x2 boards. We're using 3/4-inch pocket holes and attaching them with 1 1/4-inch pocket hole screws. Don't forget to get the free plans on our site so you don't have to memorize everything we're about to tell you.
So you can just ignore everything that Whitney's saying right now and
Skip
look
all
at
of
the
that.
plans.
We've already made 3/4-inch pocket holes on the tops and bottom boards of all 3 of these frames. Be sure to line up the top boards flush with the top of your legs, and that bottom board's gonna line up 1.5 inches from the base of each foot. That's wrong. So that's actually supposed to be 1.5 inches from the base, but if you would have followed the instructions on our website, you probably wouldn't have screwed it up.
Or I could have listened to you when you were telling
The first
everybody
time.
what to do. It's fine.
And it only took her 2 tries. Okay, once we have the side frames built and that front frame, we are going to plank our sides. We've got 2 frames, 2 side frames.
And 2 sisters.
Yeah. And we are going to plank those with 1x6 boards. So these have already been cut to size with our miter saw. Ash gets 3, I'll take the other 3.
And I love where this is going because this is gonna be easy.
Yes, easy's always good.
Easy and quick.
And when you're doing this, guys, you wanna just look at each board and make sure that the prettier side or the side that you want to be seen is facing the outside of that frame, because that's gonna be the outside of this nightstand. We're using wood glue and 1 1/4-inch brad nails to attach those to the insides of those side frames. Now we're attaching both side frames and we're using a project panel as our base. What's a project panel, Ash?
A project panel is a piece of laminated pine boards that you can buy at the hardware store already put together.
So this is the 20-inch panel. We are using this panel as the base of our nightstand, and we're also using it as the top of the base of the nightstand.
Why didn't we use plywood for this?
Well, great question. The reason we didn't use plywood for this is because the edges of this are gonna be showing. Rather than using an edge banding or having to deal with that ugly or trimming it out, this is a great, inexpensive, and easy solution. It's just another way to do it. You could absolutely use plywood, but we chose not to. We've added 3/4-inch pocket holes along the bottom of this. We want those to face down so they don't show on the inside of the cabinet. Attach everything using 1 1/4-inch pocket hole screws and wood glue. So at this point, we have almost a box.
All right, now that the sides are attached to the base, it's time to add the face frame to the front of it. We've already built that. We're gonna attach it to the front of the nightstand with wood glue and 1 1/4-inch brad nails.
Okay, we're gonna stand this guy up and it's ready for a top. Okay, so we're gonna set this right on top. So now we are attaching this top piece. Ashley did a big line of wood glue along the top. This is gonna be totally flush, front, back, and sides. Attaching with those same 1 1/4-inch nails. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna let you do that side. How cute is this nightstand? I just love it.
So cute.
I know. Okay, so box is built onto the door. You wanna build the door? Let's build the door.
To do that, we're going to attach the frame of the door together with 3/4-inch pocket holes and 1 1/4-inch pocket hole screws.
Okay, Door frame built, that was easy. Once that frame is built, we're attaching a piece of 1/4-inch plywood that will serve as the back of the door. Then we're gonna jazz it up a little bit and give it some farmhouse trim.
You can do any kind of trim that you want to. If you like the modern look, you could do something that looks a little mid-century modern. You could use some metal grating and make it look kind of like a locker. You can do whatever you want.
That's the great thing about the style of this door. It's very basic, but we're gonna make it very shanty.
Very not basic. Here's a shanty tip for you. If you've got a workbench and you don't want to have the nails on the nail holes on the front, you can go underneath, and we just lined up. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was just waiting till you're done talking.
We just lined up this trim piece with the edge of the workbench so that we know exactly where it is underneath. And then you just run your nailer along the side of the workbench.
Okay, door done. We gotta add our hardware and set it in place now. Now we're gonna attach the door to show y'all how it's done, but you wanna paint it, stain it, finish it how you're going to before adding your hardware so you don't make your hardware dirty.
Done.
So we've got the hinges attached to the door as well as the handle, and we are going to put this in place. So you just wanna make sure it's nice and level all around. And I'm gonna actually hold it in place while I'm taking advantage of her while I have her, while Ashley attaches it.
Done.
Whoop. It's like a glove.
Shanty tip, if you're gonna build 2 of these guys, you wanna make sure that the handles are on opposite sides of each other so that when you open them, they play off of each other.
Good tip. Whoop. Just like that. The base is built, so now we are moving on to the bookshelf. For the bookshelf, we are building the sides first. These are using 1x2 boards. We're attaching them to the top of the base using 3/4-inch pocket holes and 1 1/4-inch pocket hole screws. Be sure those pocket holes are facing inside because we are going to cover those up with planks in the next part.
Once you get the back 1x2s on, we're gonna put the front 1x2s on, and those are gonna be 11 inches from the back of the nightstand. And now it's time to plank. To attach the planks, we're using wood glue and 1 1/4-inch nails up the inside of the planks and into those side pieces. Nail them in place, but you only want to attach the first 2 because we're gonna add the top with those pocket holes that we've already drilled into the top of the 1x2. So go ahead and add that top with 1 1/4-inch pocket hole screws and wood glue, and make sure the back is flush with the back of the 1x2s.
Then add your next 4 planks, 2 on each side. Planks are done. We'll cover up the ugly part of the front with 1x2 boards using wood glue and 1 1/4-inch nails into those boards and into the whole top. Before we attach the shelf, we're going to attach the 2 cleats that are going to go underneath the shelf, and those are going to be attached to the inside of the bookshelf with 1 1/4-inch brad nails and wood glue. Now we're adding 2 small trim pieces on each side, and this just gives it a more finished look, and we're ready for the back. Now we're gonna turn it around and put the backing on. This is just 1/4-inch plywood that we cut down. If you don't have a table saw, you can have your hardware store cut it down to size for you. To attach it, use wood glue and brad nails. Drum roll, please. All right. There we have it, guys. So cute. Brooks's DIY bookshelf nightstand.
All the storage.
And all for under $100.